Hello and welcome to another Paradise Parenting video, home of fun, kind, nurturing parenting. Paradise Parenting is not about being perfect, it's more about being present as much as you can in the moment when you are physically there. Now, this month I was in Boots Parenting Club magazine talking about getting out and about with twins. So we are releasing a series of 4 videos. We've done one about getting out and about with your twins in a double buggy. And this week we're doing a video about getting out and about with your twins in the car. Now, before we get started, please do like and subscribe and turn the bell icon on so that you catch all of our latest videos. Now, we've got 10 tips for you on getting out and about with your twins. And the first tip is make sure you've got a pre-packed changing bag, complete with changes of clothes and some toys, and keep that by the front door or wherever you keep your coats, etc. Making sure that it's pre-packed means that when they wake up from their lunch nap or after you've had the busyness of morning and breakfast, etc., you can just get out of the door, well, as best you can, depending on how long it takes to put shoes on and coats, etc. Number 2, make sure your buggy is either always kept in the car folded up or you've got it ready by the front door so that you can just get out the door with the buggy as well. And depending on whether your children are walking, whether your twins are walking or you're carrying them out in the car seats, it can be a bit of a juggling act. If they're really, really tiny, you'll be carrying them out at the same time with a backpack on your back. But if they're toddlers, maybe they're walking out to the car and you've got the supplies in the pram and you're all going out together. I've taught mine to wait and to stay with me for the next stage of whatever it is that we're doing, rather than just letting them go off and who knows where they're going to go. And it is possible to do that gently and kindly. Number 3, make sure that you've got mirrors that face the rear seats. So if you are looking in your rear view mirror and you can see that there's a mirror facing one twin and a mirror facing the other twin, we've got a cat that's joined the video, then you can keep an eye on them while you are driving. It's absolutely paramount though that your eyes are mainly on the road, so when you are checking on them, it's safe to do so. Number 4, have some comforters in the car already, next to each seat or in the centre console so that you can just pass them or you just know where they are. Having comforters in the car is really, really useful because some little ones don't travel very well. Number 5, as I mentioned in point number 3, the road ahead is absolutely paramount. So that takes the main focus of your attention. If you need to pull over because one of your twins is upset, then find a safe place to do so. Number 6, save some snacks if you find these are a useful way to encourage your toddlers back into their car seats. And by the way, this is completely different to bribery. You're not saying to them, if you sit in your seats, I will give you some snacks, because that's putting a condition on it. What you can say is, it's so much easier to sit down while we eat. It's so much easier to sit in our seats while we eat. And once you're in your seat, I will find it easier to give you your snack or something along those lines, rather than it being bribery. And then the primitive part of the brain, the reward part of the brain, actually will just start to associate sitting down with eating and sitting in their seats with eating, which is very, very different to putting a condition on it. I find this is a really, really useful technique because my twins went through a phase of just not really liking getting back into their car seats. And so I would say, oh, let's sit in our car seats and have a snack. And then they just started to associate sitting in their car seats with having a snack, rather than me forcing them into their seats or saying to them, if you sit in your seat, you will get a snack. So that's actually probably a whole completely separate video altogether, but we've just put it into this one. The next point is make sure that the seats are the right seats for your age and size of children. Number 8, be organised, and what I do is I loosen the straps before I get one of them out so that when I put them back in, it's much easier for me to do up the straps, and it's more seamless as well, because if they're not so keen but you're gently putting the straps over and they're enjoying having a little snack and then you just do it up, it's so much easier than grappling with these straps and trying to force them over their shoulders and such like, because even an adult wouldn't like that. So a small child, a preschooler with developing emotions and developing brain, it must be quite overwhelming and not particularly pleasant. And we all know that toddlers like to have a certain degree of control. They want to be able to make decisions, and if somebody is forcing them to do something that they don't particularly want to do, then it's really not very pleasant for them or for mummy or daddy. Number 9, carry a pound coin or one of those little trolley tokens, some anti-bac and some gloves in the car all the time. That way, if you need to fill up with fuel or get some supplies or anything like that, and a mask, then you know that you've got everything that you need. And a useful tip here on filling up with fuel, because I timed it and it took me 15 minutes to go to a fuel station where I needed to get out of the car with the twins, because I needed to get out of the car, fill up with fuel, obviously lock everything up, take the children out, put them into the pushchair, because I didn't really want them to walk across the forecourt, because at that point, well, the last time I did it actually, they weren't walking as confidently as they are now. And it took 15 minutes, that whole process of filling up, going in, paying, etc. When you do a pay at pump and you've got twins, you can obviously keep them in the car and it's much quicker. In an ideal world as well, if you have got some help or someone at home, is you can go out in the evening when they're asleep and just quickly get the fuel then, as opposed to letting it get too low. Try and do the third of a tank rule. So if it gets to a third of a tank or less, then you need to try and think of what's the quickest and best way to get the fuel. So it's either when they're asleep out on your own, or pay at pump. Number 10, remember it's about the journey and not the destination. Every single moment is important in a child's life and a preschooler's life. It's not about getting to your destination as soon as possible. So if you need to pull over and you need to soothe your baby's crying or get something for your toddlers, pull over, get them a drink, pull over, breastfeed, whatever it is that you need to do, then that's what children, preschoolers and babies need. They need unhurried time with caring, loving caregivers. And so if you can leave enough time to get to an appointment or wherever you need to go with plenty of time for your journey, then you'll never feel like you're in a rush. And of course, these are all in a perfect world situation, and life isn't perfect, people are not perfect, and we are all going to forget things at some point, or we are going to be in a rush, or we are going to do something wrong. But just be kind to yourself and just remember that none of us are perfect. We can strive to be the best versions of ourselves and we can strive to be the best parents that we can be, but we also need to be kind to ourselves and realise that these mistakes are either an opportunity to grow or an opportunity just to remind ourselves that we're not perfect. So good luck getting out and about with your twins. If you do pick up the Parenting Club magazine this month from Boots, then I hope you enjoy the little feature that I'm in. And if you would like to see more of Francesca and Alexander, then go to YouTube Kids, where they've got their own YouTube channel. Finally, please share this video with everyone that you think would benefit from it.